Purchase your tracks today.
Stay tuned with the DNC to go on here with PC Radio Couple Soul Show. So today was a little bit more quiet as far as the speeches, but the big thing is that Hillary Rodham Clinton officially became the first woman nominated by a major party for president. She was officially nominated, and Bernie Sanders was the one to put her over the top. He gave her all of his delegates who assured that she was the nominee. Again, another great gesture by Senator Sanders to show party unity and to help his supporters understand that it is about the ideals at this particular point and about sending Hillary out with all of us so that she can beat Trump. So that was the big story for today. On a minor note, Jill Stein, the third party candidate from the Green Party, made an appearance today here at the DNC.
Yes, they are measuring, and not only are they measuring, but we are skyrocketing.
Some people knew who she was, some people didn't. She had a camera crew, security kind of like patched that away and said no camera crew. She was allowed to mingle here at the convention. She gave interviews, however, they wanted to restrict her movement and just kind of make sure that she stayed respectful to the DNC. Bill Clinton also spoke tonight very eloquently about his wife and her accomplishment and why she should be the next Clinton in the White House.
One night, I was in the law library talking to a classmate who wanted me to join the Yale Law Journal. He said it would guarantee me a job in a big firm, a clerkship with a federal judge. I really wasn't interested. I just wanted to go home to Arkansas. Then I saw the girl.
Tomorrow will be Tim Kaine's turn to accept the nomination as vice president and indicate and introduce himself to the general public. The Virginia delegates were super excited to know that he will be speaking tomorrow, so that's what we can look forward to tomorrow. Again, today, the theme was family, children, and women, again, because it is about the future, it is about putting things forward. And one thing we can say, whether Hillary wins in November or not, it is finally here. We had a woman here in the auditorium who is 102, I believe, and she was alive before women were allowed to vote. And it is for women like that who fought hard for all of us to have a seat at the table that actually had a dream come true to see a woman being nominated for president. So although some people are not happy with her as a candidate, we can't take away that history was made tonight. So that pretty much is the theme for day 2. History was made. Hillary is the candidate. Hey, we're sitting here speaking with this lovely gentleman. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Gary Monfrance, former mayor, twice elected to councilman in the city of San Bruno, and a 31-year San Francisco police dispatcher. My car broke down near the Republican convention last week, and I was stuck in Cleveland near the Q for Quack Stadium with all the craziness going on. It was like a military encampment. There were hundreds and hundreds of CHP officers going around, and I was thanking them for their services, being that I was a police dispatcher.
Okay.
Were you in Cleveland? It was totally unreal.
Yeah, we saw it on TV. I would prefer to watch it from a distance. But did anyone come to your aid when you broke down?
I have a plum fund account.
Okay.
And we've raised $700 so far to help me out.
Okay.
But angels kept coming to me in the form of people helping me along the route. And I've had an epiphany that Bernie Sanders is really the second coming of Christ.
So how are we feeling about the convention? We had day 1?
Day 1 was marvelous.
Okay.
Total contrast to the hate fest in Cleveland.
Okay.
This is a love fest. Democrats love each other.
And how did you? What made you want to? Did you just want to see for yourself the differences in the parties? You wanted to see if there. What made you go to Cleveland to begin with?
Because it's over Interstate 80. It's on my way to get to Philadelphia from San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And it was just fortuitous that I happened to break down right there in Cleveland.
Wow. So you drove from San Francisco. Now you said, I believe you mentioned that you held public office yourself.
I'm a former mayor of San Bruno, twice elected city councilman, and a 31-year police dispatcher for the city and county of San Francisco.
Let's talk a little bit about the current state of police and community, or should I say current state of police and minority
We
community.
need mutual respect.
Okay.
I was talking to a lot of the black t-shirt designers to try to get them to come up with a t-shirt that has the black hand and the blue hand together saying, respect now.
Do you think that it's getting lost in the conversation? Like the rhetoric seems to be that people hate police, when really the conversation is we don't dislike police as a whole, we dislike bad police or good police harboring bad police.
And bad police officers are not liked by their people in their departments because they depend upon them to get their back. The police departments have to clean out their act from the inside because those guys with guns, if they're bad police officers and don't have respect for a community other than their own, we don't want them there.
Hey, we are here with Sean Brown from the great state of Virginia that our VP candidate is from here at the DNC, and she is a Democrat running for Congress. Ms. Brown, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And tell the people a little bit about yourself and what made you want to jump in the rally.
Well, I'm jumping in. I was inspired by Bernie Sanders
Nice.
to run, so I'm here having the opportunity to talk to the folks here. And we're raising a little cane for the vice president here.
Yeah, yeah.
We're happy about Tim. He's going to make a great vice president. In Virginia, I have a platform of people, power, because we have to look at our energy independence, peace, prosperity, and justice. The planet is critical. The environmental issues are critical for us. In our second district in Virginia, it includes the Eastern Shore, Virginia Beach, the ocean in Chesapeake Bay, part of Norfolk and Hampton, and York County, and Williamsburg, and we have in James City County. We have some of the most historical sites in our district. We have 2 NASA facilities in our district, and we have a large military presence.
Let's talk a little bit about the military base. My brother-in-law actually was stationed at Fort Belvoir. We are definitely seeing, everybody's always pro-gun, pro the military, but we're not doing enough to support military families. And how do you feel like, you would put in to help bring awareness? Because military families are struggling financially.
They are. I think that's one of the reasons why I have part of my platform for power, because I'm really looking at biofuel and green technology, and those are the types of businesses and industries that can open up an opportunity for military families, military spouses to have a career opportunity that also helps to support some of the monies that we put into the Department of Defense and military. So we're looking at economic development, we're looking at energy independence in a way in which we can kind of bring, can rise together, as we've been talking about.
Absolutely. Now, one beautiful thing about this convention is we're seeing a lot of women, congressional women,
Yes.
and in position of authorities. We love our political spouses, but we have a lot of women in the forefront. Do you feel that in politics have come a long way? Do you think, where do you feel that we are in that whole landscape?
Well, we've come a long way, but not long enough. We're about to nominate the first woman in the United States to run for this office. Hillary Clinton is going to make a great president. Tim Kaine is going to make a great vice president. But we have so many other people. Part of our issue is to just make sure nobody gets left behind. So, we're talking about the single-family households, the mothers that have to raise so many children on their own. Even tonight at the convention, we're talking about the mothers who suffered through some of the gun violence and police brutality with their sons. So it is an opportunity for us to stand up together, and it is an opportunity for us to understand that, we have a big tent, as we said back in the Obama days, and this tent is going to have to include everybody. I'm a Bernie national delegate, and we're bringing together as many as we can within the progressive movement, because the progressive movement is a movement in 2008 that delivered Obama. 2008 and 2012, and it is going to be the progressive movement that has the ability to mobilize and the energy to deliver to 2016.